All right, back at it. As you can see, I have goggles on and the old ear protection. We got a break in the rain. I don't think it's going to rain the rest of this day. Maybe get some sun on this pale old face. So, got the smoker going, and this is our challenge today. So this tire, if we can see it here, this thing's rubbing, very much so. So we're going to remove this and that. So these are T25s. Again, there's videos out there doing this already, but I'll just explain. You got two T25s. You got a 10 mil hex head there, socket bit, and then I believe there's another one under here somewhere. Yep, there it is. It's in my hand. So turn your tire in, and we're going to hope for the best. Right, let's go take a look at the tools I got laid out and see. So right now we've got, you're going to need your T25. We've got a 10 mil socket. We're going to have some touch-up paint and a brush and a tape measure just in case. We're going to get some masking tape and tape off what line we're going to cut. I got some gloves, got some other gloves, and I haven't fully determined yet if I'm going to use the jigsaw or the angle grinder. That'll be a game time decision. And I do have some vice grips, and I do have, these are glass pliers, but what I'm planning on doing, you see how like one side's flat? I don't want to add a separate like angle channel, because when you cut the piece out, you lose where the clip goes to put one of those T25 bits back in. So what I'm thinking is I'm gonna cut around and leave a tab that's like the existing factory metal and just bend it flat, and then I'll know the exact location will already be there, and I can just put the clip back on and drill that out. Oh, you need a drill, which that's in the van. So I guess, oh, I might need a bungee cord. I saw another video where the dude had a bungee cord and pulled the whole top of the fender back, which in the wheel well. I don't think I want to remove that if I don't have to. I'm going to find a bungee, and if that works, great. If not, I will have to remove that other piece as well. Okie dokie. Got the T25. Start with these. Let's see what this looks like. Alrighty. Neato. Ooh, mucky. Shocking. Muck, wet, Vancouver? I've never. So, what do we got here? Yeah, I think that'll be enough. Is it raining again? Crying out loud. Alrighty, bungee into there. Bungee, where the hell? I probably shouldn't try to hook this to like a gas line or some kind of high pressure brake line. Probably not SMRT of me. Let's try two. Let's get two of these. Where can I put this? Okay, I think I got it. This is terribly awkward. No one else did this in their videos. Should I be doing this? There we go. There. Perfect. Okay, so these are the clips that I want to keep. I don't know. I think I can leave that one. I'm thinking I'm just going to cut down. Where's my tape line? Just do a funner line with this stuff, and we'll tape after it. So I think if I go here, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Not the straightest line, but I think that's all that needs to be done. I'll kind of fix that, round it a bit that way. I can sand it. I've got that band file. I think that's all I need. We're gonna find out. I hope that's enough. So the goal is I'm gonna notch around this, notch up and over there, notch under here, and down, remove all that. And then I'm gonna just bend this metal, and I'll probably cut a bit off back here and then stick this tab on because I'll know the exact location as it is. Cut there. So we're gonna get rid of that, rid of that, rid of this. We're gonna leave just under there. That should be hopefully enough. And there's a big metal bracket here, which you can just, well, I just bent it by hand. Hurt my shoulder, but I bent that by hand. Ready, jigsaw, full battery. If I get this line, I can always shave that down a bit. Scary. I don't feel as bad because I feel I can mess this one up and I can just buy the replacement part. Gained a bit more confidence with that, drilling that hole in the roof. Okay, here goes something. Pretty not bad. All right, angle grinder time. All right, this is gonna be fun. Oh, hot. Oh yeah, I forgot the fingers on this glove are worn out. This turns out metal is hot when you grind it. What an epiphany. All right. Number one. That piece is kind of cut that still. Not bad. Not bad at all. So you see, I got this little tab here. I'm just going to bend that in. I'm going to file all this down and sand it, smooth it, and paint it. But I hope that's enough. I just am so unsure of whether that's enough or not. Actually, now that I think about it, maybe we'll take a walk down to the smoker because I got this feeling I need more wood. I think I'm gonna have to get a hammer. And, well, I don't need a hammer. I gotta. That seems about right. So I got the band file out. I sanded, these edges, this nice edge. I bent that tab back. I didn't have the camera on, but I did bend the flare or the wheel well cover back in and put this T25 Torx back in and mapped out with a marker here on this tab of where I need to drill a new hole for the T25 factory screw and clip to go back in. So that's all mapped out. Now what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to grind, there's this extra bit down here. I'm going to sand this back. I'm just going to keep sanding it back so I can put it at a bit of an angle, and hopefully that pulls this part in a bit more because there's this big bracket back here. This did clip back into this factory plastic here, so we should be okay, but let's get some more grinding. We need to grind more things in our life, apparently. So if you don't have a band file, I suggest you go get one. I think it was only maybe 100 and, like, I already had some DeWalt batteries, so it might have been 100 to maybe 200 Canadian. But boy, does this ever make quick work of things instead of sitting there with a hand file. Boom. A little better. Get rid of this. Now I think what I'm going to do first, I'm going to have to grind that. I think I'm going to think before I paint it, I'm going to put all the screws back in and do a quick drive up the street and just see if we still grind, because I don't want to paint it all and do everything and then be like, oh, I didn't take off nearly enough. So I think work. All right. Tab back in. Oof. That is kind of haggard looking, but we'll flatten that right out. Oh yeah, that's better. Flatten it out real nice like. Okay, let's put just really reef on that part. Oh boy. At least the nice thing about these vehicles is they're easy to get under. I'm gonna put my gloves on because I'm trying to reef on this metal. It hurts a bit. It might. It might. All right. I'm gonna turn this camera off and go for a quick drive, and I will return. I did it. It worked. So, drove around the block. No grinding. It just cleared. So, I've got, maybe I can get like almost 2 fingers in there. It does clear back there. I think I'm gonna get under the van. I'm gonna take this off and I'm gonna paint everything. Maybe clean it up a bit. And I'm gonna try to bend that. There's that pillar back there that hold it. Basically, there's that metal bar support piece back here that holds the 10 mil bit underneath here. So I'm going to try to bend that back just a little bit further because there's definitely lots of clearance here. It may be close there. I didn't hear anything rub, but I think there's a chance that, you know, you're driving, you got some speed and you hit the brakes and have to make a right turn. You may bottom out. It's possible, but as of right now, I tried to do that just when I was going around the corner and nothing happened. So far, so good. Alrighty, back at her. I removed the mud flap already. I didn't get the camera out for that, but right now we need to start painting because I've exposed metal and it's started to rain again. Let's get this clip off and really put the boots to it with paint in here. And we'll watch paint dry. That's always fun. I just noticed that. So there's metal shavings inside this little cavity here. Should probably get the vacuum out and suck that up. Can't be having that, can we now? For this project, so I've just done the first side, but that was not overly, I didn't find that difficult. I think the nice thing with this repair is that if you mess up, there's like options for you. Like you can just replace this whole piece. Yes, it would be money, but you know, you mess up and you cut a 14-inch hole in your roof and it doesn't fit or it's wrong. Boy, oh boy. That's not good. Do we get a victory? Do we get a victory beer? Should I claim victory? I've only done one side. I don't think we should do that. I'm going to be a good boy. I'll let this dry. We'll put this back on and do number 2. After a brief rain delay, it's not supposed to be raining, you know. Weather app said, no. Partly cloudy. Oh, it's partly cloudy, all right. Partly cloudy with a shitload of rain. Okay, so passenger side is done. Let's just go on the driver's side here. I got the van this side pretty close to the overhang of the garage. You know what I'm going to do? Because, see, last time I got my knees all wet. I didn't film it. But, what can I do here? Where's a nice foam pad? Let me get a blanket. But down the street, there's this jerk. There's a real jerk. Drives a Tesla. And actually, I don't think Tesla people are jerks. I'm not one of those people. But, yeah. He just parks his car. You know what? I'm going to get the camera. I'm going to show you. So just has his ass end sticking out in the alleyway. So now there's a truck trying to get down. This is what this guy does all the time. So we're going to squeeze by. Look at this guy. He just sticks his car. Doesn't try to square his car up. Just leaves it half hanging in the alleyway. It's just real. Why do people do that? Like, it's kind of, you know, he's a neighbor. You got to be nice to your neighbors. It's a good thing to have good relations with your neighbors. But there's a certain point where it's just like, you're just a jerk. You know? Like, man, pay attention to your car. I don't understand. Is this a bad... Should I not be saying this stuff on this video? Or is everyone losing their shit? Okay, so I put a blankie down now. Oh, my old man knees feel much better. Okay, so we're just going to do what we did last time, except on the driver's side. It's so wet. Everything is just so wet. Like, under this van is just... Ugh. Ugh. I gotta go under there at some point, and it's just like a puddle right where I parked here. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Okay. I'm gonna get some paper towel, actually. This is all mucky. I want a nice, clean work surface. And I'm gonna grab the old love glove here. As I can. Probably should have grabbed the marker, but I didn't. Get all the goo out of here. Oh, the truck got by. Barely. He probably scraped some bushes. Probably what he did. Totally fine. No one exists but me. But for what it's worth, that's called Vancouver. Start your cut at the very back because the blade isn't really long enough. So if you already get your cut started at the back before you get here, you won't have that jump back, and then you can whoosh. So just so you're aware, this is a very floppy piece of metal. Perfect. All right. I'm going for it. It's like I've done it 1,000 times. Oh man, totally snapped that blade. It's normal. Very normal. All right. Jigsaw done. We're going to get out the band file, my favorite tool. have our way with that metal. Oh boy, my knees. So this is what I got it looking like. It's just a little bit of belt stuff. So we left this tab in. We left this little bit here, and I just bent this. You can bend this with your hand. It's actually pretty easy. I'll eventually cut that off. I'll mark out the hole, but this is what it's looking like inside. So you pull that back. I don't know if I did this as well last time. And then I sanded this down with the band file. I'm going to paint it. This bit here, I kind of angled it back. I tried to sand it down and have a bit of a thing that way. It doesn't show well on the video, but it's actually angled. I ground the metal down to angle it back to allow for this to sit back a bit further there. I might grind a little more, but that's what we're looking like. All painted. Let's let that dry. And that is complete. I didn't film it because my SD card is like basically at the bitter end of full here, but that's actually looks pretty good. Ends up lining up with this weird little bit of thing there in your flare there. This step was a little offset to the other one. The other step is a little closer, but that's because of the bolts and the way I put this one in. I can even that out. This is like overthinking it beyond anything, but this tire didn't have any issues rubbing. It was definitely the passenger side, but there we go. So beware when you cut this and do all these things to make sure that this is tucked up in behind here, because it starts really bending everything. These screws start being off. They're really awkward to get back in, but you can get them in, so something to be mindful of. But other than that, pretty straightforward. Very easy, quick, $0 repair for buying tires that clearly don't fit this car. But we all do this apparently because they're way better. That doesn't look good. That tire didn't look good there. Because of that angle. Okay. So far this repair is pretty good, and what I am happy with is some of these people, when they cut them such at a weird angle, it just doesn't look right, or the proportions look okay still, but I guess that's relative to the size of tires. I didn't put on monsters. These are bigger, but pretty modest tires, all things considered. That's it for this video. Hope everyone enjoyed it.